Conference after the game Angola against South Sudan. The end result 78-101. May I please ask everyone in the room to switch their devices to silent, please, so we can get the statements from coach and player first. I have with me now Paulo Leonel and coach Josep Claros from Angola. Leonel, your statement first, please.
It's going to be a little bit emotional because it's his last game with the national team. Okay.
Eu quero primeiro agradecer
I want to thank
a todos os meus colegas,
to all my people,
a todos os treinadores,
all the coaches,
por tudo que fizeram por mim.
for everything that they did for me.
Hoje fiz o meu último jogo com a camisola da seleção nacional.
Today I had my last game with a national team jersey.
Não foi fácil.
It was not easy.
Muito obrigado especial ao Will Voigtman, que ali está.
Also, Will Boyd,
Também foi meu treinador.
who also was my coach.
Muito obrigado por tudo.
Thank you for everything.
E dizer que não foi um jogo bom.
It was
Nós
not a good
perdemos.
game. We lost.
Não estou aqui para dar desculpas.
I'm not here to give you excuses.
Tenho que assumir que a equipa do Sul Sudão foi muito mais forte que nós.
I have to assume that the South Sudan team was much better than us.
E temos que seguir com isso.
And we gotta continue.
Thank you. Coach, your statement for the game, please.
Well, first I want to thank Leo. This is first. I want to thank Leo for all his dedication, his hard work, his mentality, his desire to give everything on the court and off the court for the others, always thinking about the team first, like no one I met before. And I think that he's an example for the others, for all these youngers, that they have to learn and follow for the future and try to develop with his mentality, with his way of work and his dedication through the national team. And then about the game, obviously South Sudan was a very strong team. We start not really good, so they already take 14 points lead too early. But we fought hard. The players never give up. They believed that all the time that they could try to reduce, and they were trying everything, but it was not possible. I'm happy for African team that is a new country like South Sudan who reached the Olympics. My only concern is that I have to tell this, that I think it's not correct that any national team appear from one day to another with 5 or 6 new players that never played before with the national team, with 28, 29, 27, 25. So this is not the way that African teams like Angola trying to develop their own players from the ground. And obviously they have very good talent, very good quality, like they had in the windows, but only 6 players from the windows are here when they were amazing too. So I wish them all the best, and we'll see on the long term how we are going to be, Angola, how it's going to be on the long term when my players get that age. And let's see how we are going to develop. This is our factor. And also I would like to thank Philippines for all this organization was really excellent. I mean, maximum level. I think they did very well. Also, even the team that still didn't win, I think they have a lot of pressure the fans and everybody was supporting very hard, and I think it's a very good, tough team and a quality team that play in a very tough team. Maybe the toughest team in the World Championship, because nobody expect that we could compete. Nobody expect Dominican Republic was so good, and we already know that Italy was a very, very high level. So just want to say thank to all these people.
Thank you, Coach. I would like to open up the room for questions. Please make sure you state your name and the outlet you are working for first. Yes, one question in the front.
Good evening, Leo, Ivan from Dagot, Philippines. So personally, how tough was it that you're going to end your international career with a loss?
¿Cómo te sientes después de haber perdido este último juego de tu carrera, ¿no?
Epa,
Lo del aprendizaje que existe, ¿no? Sí.
muito desanimado, muito triste.
Very, very sad, because this is not what I want.
Mas eu acredito que nós não perdemos, nós aprendemos.
But
Vamos seguir a vida.
he believed that we didn't lose today, that we learned today. So we didn't lose today, we learned today.
Quick follow-up. Who do you think would be your next in line among the current players for Angola?
Who was the best?
Who would be his next in line, probably?
Who?
Next in line, the successor.
¿Quién va a ser un jugador de futuro? No sé. No percebo bem o que diz.
Jogador. Nós temos Bruno, temos o
We got
Silvio,
Bruno, Silvio,
o Kevin,
o Kevin,
o próprio Dimitri. Eu acho que eles são jogadores com um futuro muito grande.
They're players with a big future.
O Gilson Bango, o Shield.
O Gilson.
Yeah. Mateus.
Thank you. Do we have any more questions?
Mateus.
In English or
Não
also
pergunta
in Portuguese?
Como?
Yes. One more question in
Você
the
pode
front, please.
perguntar.
Hi guys, here Kevin Chareun for Uku Web from Argentina. Lionel, I can feel your emotion today, so in nomio Basquetchi, obrigado and parabéns for your history with the national team. I want to ask you what is in your brain right now, who is in your mind, and who was in your mind during this World Cup and during this last game.
Na verdade, é uma frustração.
No, dice que tienes en tu mente ahora y también que has tenido durante tu mente durante este mundial, durante todo este periodo.
Percebi. Na verdade, nesse momento,
At this moment,
mentalmente tenho
Mentally,
uma pequena frustração
I have a
porque
little frustration.
nós acabamos de não alcançar o objetivo que nós pretendíamos,
We
né?
didn't get the goal that we want,
Que era ir para os Jogos
that
Olímpicos.
it was to be on the Olympics.
Durante o Campeonato do Mundo, desde o primeiro jogo que perdemos contra a Itália, que nos ficava sempre a sensação que podíamos ter feito mais, que podíamos ter ganho.
During the
Infelizmente,
World Championship, from the first game, we always believed that we could do a little bit more and we could even win.
infelizmente não correu. Depois ganhamos as Filipinas, a equipa da casa.
We won the home team.
Contra a
Philippines.
República Dominicana também ficou-nos a sensação que podíamos ter ganho, que
With
podíamos ter
Dominican
feito mais.
Republic, we also went close, but
E
it was a sensation.
essa é a frustração que paira na minha mente nesse momento.
And this feeling is on my head at this moment.
Obrigado. For the coach, I want to ask you, you were so close in a lot of games, in the first one against Italy, against Dominicana as well. I want to ask you, what is your balance about this World Cup, about talking, of course, of the Angola team?
Well, my balance is always thinking about what is also our proposal as a federation. We are trying to come back what we used to be, or what Angola used to be in the past. You know, it was 30 to 15 years ago, Angola was dominant in Africa. So now that we are trying to push for new players, we know that it's nothing will come from one day to another. We know that we need time. We know that we need to risk. We know that we have to give minutes to players that still they are not proved their level on the maximum level. And I know that we have showed that we compete well, because in the past, this team losing 40 and 50 points, not very far away. So now we show that we can compete, but we also show that we're still missing a little. And this little, it's a lot of years. This little is about a lot of work. This little is following a plan that it must be always not from during this 6 weeks period where you are working, also should be during the whole year. We still don't have a professional league where only 2, maybe 3 teams pay a little bit money. So some of these players still not competing abroad on that top level, that like most of these, for example, South Sudan, only 1 player is playing in South Sudan. All of them are professional, totally professional. And you can see that, it's not the same to be playing in a local league that playing abroad on the top level. So we need to see how we can still developing, and at the same time push and try to get better in positions that we lack shooting, we lack size on the guards. I think that the inside we're going to be very good in the future. 4 or 5 of these young guys they're going to be dominant in 4 or 5 years. They're going to be 28, 27, 25, some of them, 21. So I think in 5 years this team will be very, very, very good. But obviously one day somebody have to give the opportunity. We were lucky to have a player like him, that he has shown the way in terms of work, in discipline, on the court and off the court, especially off the court. He has been doing incredible stuff, not only in World Championship, every window. Even one that he couldn't play because he was injured, he fly out from Portugal to be there to show what is that presence. And now let's see how we continue on that.
I think I saw 2 more questions, one up here, then we move to the back.
Sorry, can I make my question in Portuguese,
Of
please?
course.
Leonel, tu herdaste a braçadeira de capitão, a capitania da seleção há 4 anos atrás, a partir do Eduardo Mingas, na China. Passado este tempo, sais, que legado deixas para os futuros jogadores, tendo em conta que também não sabemos se o treinador vai continuar com a seleção nacional? Que legado é que fica para o futuro? E esta pergunta e respostas são naturalmente mais direcionadas para o público de Angola.
He's asking, traduzo, he's asking what is the legacy that he's going to leave after Mingas, the former captain, let him the captain position. What is the legacy that he's giving to the young guys that they are in the group now?
Respondendo, nós sabemos que o nosso país é um país conservador, e nós temos hábitos e costumes.
We know that we are a conservative country, that we have some habits and some routines.
E da mesma maneira que o Eduardo Mingas herdou a capitania e os hábitos e os costumes, a tradição dentro da seleção, foi da mesma maneira que eu herdei, e o que eu herdei e aprendi na altura quando eu entrei, o capitão era o Carlos Almeida, com Carlos Almeida, depois o Mingas. Todos os costumes e hábitos eu passei ao subcapitão, ao primeiro subcapitão e ao segundo subcapitão. E atualmente também já estou a passar, fiz o máximo para passar de todos os hábitos e costumes da seleção ao Bruno. Fernando.
He's saying that from Carlos Almeida to Mingas, and then now him, he has take all of these legacy also from them, and from them to the other, and the other from him, and from him he's gonna deliver, and he has been delivering to the new guys, and now to Bruno.
Só para que nunca percamos a nossa verdadeira identidade. Nós sabemos que o treinador Pep começou a renovar a seleção e entrou muita gente nova, muita malta nova. E nós sabemos que a malta nova, nós temos que ser um bocado implacáveis com eles.
Yeah, he's saying that once the coach came in, we renewed the national team, and that we have to be very straight. I mean, very straight with the new generations.
E eu, naturalmente, de tudo que aprendi e herdei, fui tentando passar aos subcapitães, e não só, também aos jogadores mais novos, de como nos devemos comportar, que é importante o cumprimento dos horários, implacavelmente, de qualquer atividade da seleção. É importante que o mínimo detalhe que se falha na seleção, não no campo, mas fora do campo, pode se traduzir de uma maneira negativa dentro do campo para nós. Então, eu tenho a sensação que passei tudo o que aprendi ao Gerson Luquen e ao Gerson Domingos e ao Bruno.
I have the feeling that I bring all the thing that I bring from also the other captains. It was my intention, because all the little details that happens during national team of the court, even the most little detail, it takes. It's so important at the end of the day, and it reflects on the court. So I try to be very straight with that, and try to help, and I pass this to Gerson Domingos, Gerson Luquen or Bruno.
Agora eles têm caminho muito longo pela frente.
Now they have a very long way.
E tenho a certeza que eles aprenderam. Vamos agora apreciá-los.
And I think they have
Trabalhar.
learned, and now apreciados, ¿qué quieres decir con apreciados?
Olhar o que eles vão fazer.
And now let's see how they develop. Let's see what they're gonna do.
Good.
Final question in the back, please.
Yeah, so far in this tournament, which game would you say was the toughest?
¿Qué juego ha sido el más duro?
Eu penso que foi o jogo contra a Dominicana.
I think it was a Dominican Republic game.
Porque nós conhecemos como é que são os sul-americanos, que são jogadores muito físicos, muito
Because we know that
duros.
they are physical team, and Dominican Republic and all the Latin American teams.
E na verdade foi o jogo que para mim foi o mais difícil aqui no Campeonato do Mundo.
And I think it was the most difficult one on this World Championship. The toughest one, sorry.
Do you want to answer the question as well? No? Thank you so much for being here today. This concludes the first part of the press conference. Leonel, congrats on a great career.